An evil apparition that lurked in the shadows abruptly shattered the innocence of a small girl in a peaceful village. Her chuckles became sobs, yet the night did not break. The village grieved the loss of a priceless life snatched far too soon, and sorrow pervaded the air the following morning. A 13-year-old girl vanished from Orange County, Florida on February 26, 2024. A profound secret that no one could have possibly guessed was revealed by the dead body that was discovered a few days later. How did this little girl pass away? And what was this secret? This is the terrible story of Madeline Soto. Come and join us as we work to solve this horrifying crime. One where justice was not served by the law and there was much anguish and suffering. It would be like taking your first step into adolescence and falling, never to rise again, to celebrate becoming 13 only to pass on the following day. On February 25th, Madeline Soto celebrated turning 13. The next day, she was meant to be leaving Village Park Drive in Kissimmee, close to Orlando, for school. Stephen Stern, her mother's lover, says he dropped her off close to Hunter Creek Middle School, but she never showed up for class. When Madeline's mother went to take her up later that day, she discovered she was missing. She had no idea where her daughter was or what was going on in her life up until that point, as would soon become evident. Remarkably, Madeline's phone was left at home. At approximately 8 p.m., she was reported missing. That day. Was Soto still alive, and where had she gone? The last sighting of Madeline, a 5'1" child with blue eyes and blonde hair, was of her sporting white Crocs, black shorts, and a green hoodie. The Orange County Sheriff's Office released a statement regarding Madeline Soto's disappearance on February 27th and urged anyone with information to come forward. In an attempt to locate her, the Sheriff's Office launched a massive search on February 28th. After more than 50 police officers searched the surrounding woods for Soto, they found messages on her phone indicating that she intended to move into the woods after turning 13. Could she have entered the woods by herself? The area where Madeline was last seen, locations they had gotten tips about, and regions they had determined from their investigations were all extensively examined by deputies. They searched everywhere, but they were unable to locate her. What happened to Madeline was the nagging question on everyone's mind, but few realized how deeply Florida will be shaken by the following announcement made by the authorities. On Thursday night, Madeline's mother received a somber message from Sheriff John Mina, stating that they were certain Madeline had passed away. At 8:19 a.m., deputies were aggressively looking for her corpse. Madeline was seen in that car when Stephen Stearns returned to the complex, and we think she was already dead at that point, the sheriff stated. According to Mina, the Orange County Sheriff's Office possessed video proof of Mr. Stearns throwing away things at 7:35 a.m., including her backpack and laptop from school, in a dumpster behind their apartment building. Madeline's body was found, and Florida police stated this on Friday. The local sheriff's office regretfully verified their suspicions of her death after a 4-day search. The second announcement was made after it became clear from the dead body that something horrible had occurred to Madeline, and the authorities were determined to find out what it had been. When forensically reviewing Stearns' phone during the Madeline missing investigation, detectives from the Orange County Sheriff's Office discovered unsettling photographs. Additionally, attempts to remove evidence were discovered. Subsequent examinations demonstrated that these offenses took place at the Kissimmee family residence. Detectives from the Kissimmee Police Department were notified right away, and they are currently working with the Criminal Investigations Section to lead the sexual battery case. It became apparent that Madeline may have been the victim of sexual abuse by Stern for some years, and that this may have contributed to Madeline's demise. A second arrest order for Mr. Stearns was issued on Monday, March 4th. According to this warrant, Madeline was abused by him at least since 2022, when she was just 11 years old. Madeline's stepfather, Stephen Stearns, was named as the main suspect in her disappearance. However, he was not prosecuted in relation to her death. Even though he was accused of sexually abusing a kid, the case against Madeline was still being looked at. The Kissimmee Police Department released a statement saying that investigators were able to get an affidavit showing Stearns gave permission for his phone to be searched, even though he claimed to have unintentionally reset it. On February 26, 2024, investigators found horrifying photos and videos showing child sexual assault, despite efforts to remove the material. The dates on these materials match Madeleine's age, which was August 2022. Madeleine was seen inside Stern's automobile in security footage that was made public during a later news conference, implying that she had already passed away. Stearns insisted on being innocent, saying that after dropping Madeleine off, everything appeared to be going as usual. But Jen Soto, Madeleine's mother, gave a different account. She said she had heard from the middle school that Madeleine was saw on surveillance footage strolling close to the church, but she never made it to the school. Pictures of Mr. Stern's vehicle, which he was operating between 1 p.m., were released by Kissimmee police, and 2:30 in the afternoon. At the moment, it's thought that his car had a flat tire. That concerns just Stern. What about Jen Soto, the mother? Is she truly without fault? Was she unaware of the events involving her daughter in the same home that she had been residing in? The police were shocked to learn that Jen's account differed greatly from what they had previously been told. The video evidence shows that Madeleine was being abused by her mom's boyfriend. The same location where they had all been residing is where the abuse took place. On the morning of February 26th, Madeleine was probably already dead, according to Orange County Sheriff John Mina. At a press conference, he revealed that police concluded Madeleine was presumed dead at the time of the drop, as she had never been dropped off close to her school that morning. At 7:35 a.m., Stern was seen on surveillance footage from the family's apartment building throwing Madeleine's stuff in the garbage. And later footage recorded at 8:19 a.m. revealed Madeleine, who was thought to be dead, in Stern's car. Detectives from different agencies have interviewed Jennifer Soto several times, and they're carefully going over every statement she has given. Take a look at her body language and demeanor when she was asked about Madeleine during an interview. It was shocking.
Close to the school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. Sorry. That should be it. Sorry about that.
Her seemingly inane body language raised suspicions among specialists that she may have lied throughout the interview. After their 13-year-old has been missing for days, who in their right mind would pull such a face? Detectives are also looking into allegations made by Stern, such as his assertion that he left Madeleine off at school the morning before she vanished. Law enforcement officials, however, think Madeleine was already dead that morning and that Stearns never drove her to school. This claim is strengthened by the body language analysis that proved specialists were positive Stern was lying during the interview. The department grew increasingly wary of Stern as it became clear that he was acting like he was acting emotional and wiping away fake tears. The Madeleine Soto and Stephen Stern statements were taken over by the Kissimmee Police Department, who have not yet made an official statement but are reportedly attentively reviewing all of the available material. The investigation is not over yet, though. There has been a good deal of media coverage and debate surrounding this case. Stearns was exclusively represented by his attorney throughout the proceedings and opted not to make his initial appearance in Osceola County Court. Stearns was denied a bond by the judge. In other news, the police have come under fire for inadvertently sharing unsettling photos connected to the case. After inadvertently posting a graphic photo of the corpse of murdered 13-year-old Madeleine Soto on Instagram, they have come under fire. Madeleine's body was allegedly visible in a close-up picture of the crime scene that the county sheriff, Marcos Lopez, shared on social media. The photograph was posted on Instagram alongside other pictures, the third of which included Madeleine's body. The post's caption included the phrase, "A great day with our seniors," and hashtags for Florida and seniors, along with an emoji of a halo happy face. An Osceola County representative later apologized for what was described as a horrific accident and said the photo was never intended to be part of the social media post. The event happened the same morning when Stephen Stearns, the main suspect in the investigation, and Narava Rodriguez, another civilian employee of the sheriff's office, took a selfie. Rodriguez's post was later taken down. In a statement, State Attorney Andrew Bain expressed his displeasure with the unintentional distribution of the images and said it was done in bad taste. While I do not believe these photos will have any evidentiary impact on the case as of now, they were released in poor taste, the statement read, I am deeply disturbed that the photos were carelessly made public. The Kissimmee police have reassured the public that they are actively working to bring closure to the case, even if no charges have been filed for Madeleine's murder. They stated, quote, "We understand the desire for updates, and we assure you that every effort is being made to get justice for Madeleine. Our detectives and forensic unit are working tirelessly to uncover the truth behind this heartbreaking incident. At this time, we are unable to release any further information as this remains an active and sensitive investigation." Dr. Maria Vasquez, the superintendent of Orange County Public Schools, offered condolences and honored the pupil. "My prayers and condolences are with Maddie's family and the school community. It is very distressing, especially for family and friends, to lose a kid so terribly and abruptly. Counselors are still on hand to assist any staff members or students who need help processing the news. I kindly request that you remember to pray for the whole Hunter Creek Middle School community as they mourn the loss of a loved one. The Kissimmee Police Department is in charge of the inquiry and will keep gathering and analyzing evidence as part of its ongoing investigation into Madeleine's death. Items collected at the scene of Madeleine's death, forensic evidence, and video recordings could all be included in this evidence. Only crimes pertaining to what was discovered inside the residence and on his cell phone are now being brought against the suspect. Fortunately, he is being detained without the possibility of bond, which allows investigators and prosecutors to collaborate closely in order to guarantee that, should he be formally charged with Madeleine's murder, which appears highly likely, the case will be solid and well supported. In order for law enforcement to provide a comprehensive report regarding Madeleine's fate, a number of critical components must come together. The state attorney will then analyze this material, carefully examining the facts before determining the course of the legal proceedings.
Hey, thanks for sticking with us today. Check out this other thrilling videos for you to watch, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe and like button, and let us know down below your thoughts on today's case. Until then, take care.